Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It is with a great big smile on my face that I say this absolute gem, wonderful, God's gift to man creation of a game, Slay the Princess, is out of demo and is a full game, has been released. I'm a little late to the party, but I am overjoyed to be making videos on this game again. It was absolutely incredible. And during that first intro, or I guess the disclaimers and whatnot, whatever you want to say, that came before this, they mentioned that this is a love story, and I couldn't agree more. And there she is, my darling. So, it's been a while, but here we are again with our lovely princess. And those eyes, oh my god, those eyes. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, so I will be rereading everything because I don't remember if all this dialogue is going to be the same or not. So, man, so many routes to take. What do we do first? Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Silently continue to the cabin. Ooh. So let's kind of look at this with fresh eyes and with a little bit of ignorance and naivete. Let's say, the end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Now, I don't agree with that, sir narrator. Let's continue this line of dialogue. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Have you mayhaps considered that maybe the only reason she's gonna end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay, I hear you loud and clear, narrator. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed.
I'm completely fine with that, narrator.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Oh, gladly.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We're going in without the blade, of course.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Now he says that, but I did kind of forget how her voice sounded like.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm not unarmed. I got my quick wits and silver tongue, sir. I'm here to save you, my darling.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Oh my.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Hello, it's me, Birdman.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Forever?
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Not really.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Hold on. As entranced as I am by those eyes, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Oh my god, look at the side eye. There she is, our precious gem. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
So we could explore more into her name, but we do kind of already have experience. She's not going to give us a name. So let's try this line of dialogue. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You're not helping yourself out here.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. Oh, those eyes. But I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
They haven't told me anything, darling. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
That I can. I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
That I do not.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Oi! Oi! Come! Let me out! Oi!
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Aye, that they did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her
Mamma
mouth, her
mia.
teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
It's time to do what we came here.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
As grotesque as this scene is, look at those eyes.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
My body, no. It won't listen to me.
Watch me.
Narrator, no.
What are you doing?
Princess. Princess, I'm sorry. Just kidding. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I can't help it. Ah.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Princess, I'm trying.
The blade! Move the blade!
No, damn you, narrator.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
I'm sorry, princess.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm doing what's right.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
Oh, God.
You aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
You got this.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Dying a painful death, honestly, is like one of the prerequisites for a heroic gesture, honestly.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again. You feel every
I'm being
inch
stabbed.
burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
It's okay, princess. You gotta get out of here. Live your best life.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. The Damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. My
Oh, you
prince.
bastard.
What on
You're
earth
in
are
for
you
it
talking
now.
about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
He says it to the face of the narrator.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Now, in the demo, I wasn't on board with Sir Smitten, and I'm still not, but they're alright. They are alright, especially for this run that we're doing right now.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Amen to that, brother. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
The Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Yes and no. I didn't listen, but you kind of also got me killed.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Villain!
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Yeah, I got my boys with me.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
That's debatable, my friend.
I beg to differ.
Sir Smitten, I'm gonna need you to chill, right? That princess is... she's mine.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
I will be ignoring him, but I'm kind of in the same boat.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
Okay,
If you're asking that,
calm
it
down.
sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
That is not true. We have Sir Smitten now.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
If that's the case, then we did our job.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Dastardly!
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Monkey brain go bad. Princess bad. Stop princess. Happy monkey. Now hold on there, narrator. You did kind of kill me last time. So I'm with them. I'm with my boys on this one. I'm gonna find a way to save that beautiful-eyed princess from your imprisonment. And I'm gonna get her out of that cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
Definitely. Don't speak so soon, hero. You might just be able to.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
And you're in for quite the shock, narrator.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I don't know about her beauty being the only truth, but it is true. We can't listen to your lies, narrator.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
You know, that's healthy. That's some healthy behavior right there. That's good.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Hero, please! He's just expressing his feelings.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Fair enough.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant,
Ooh.
its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
But hold on. There's a mirror over there.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
We could be vain about it, but let's just approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. But now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time.
Oh ho ho, I know what you mean, sir.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Debatable.
So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
We're going in, boys, without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
I love how, like, soft the music is now. Like, very royal and regal, even.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
There's worse places to be held.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Is the voice different?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Alright, chill out, Sir Smitten, calm down.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Oh, my darling. Hello.
My love!
Hey!
We're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, if we all had the fortitude of Sir Smitten.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Of course I would come back, my darling. Death can't keep me from those eyes.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
I think she said that I was dashing. Thank you.
And she called us a hero.
True.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That we have, my good sir.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
You villain!
Well, she killed us.
Yeah, but you forced her hand.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I don't know about that.
And you've died before, so an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Yes. This time, we can truly save our beloved princess.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
I'm positive, hero. There's no evidence that she ended the world.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Well said, Sir Smitten.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
This is my job. I'm a hero, and she's a princess. I must save her. For the sake of this conversation, though, like the back and forth, let's take this path first. I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
That wasn't a confession. I don't think so. Oh, I kind of want to take this one. Oh, hold on. So I used the quick save option. I kind of want to explore this path and see if she kind of like plays into it. But if she doesn't, can we just load back? Ooh, I don't know. You know what? No, let's not corrupt our princess. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending.
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist. The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
Ooh, that immediately made me switch sides.
She wasn't confused for long. If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable, and our dearest has not an ounce of cruelty within her.
So
All
now,
is well, and it's high time we rescued our beloved.
with that one line of dialogue, I've completely switched my stances on this princess. For the sake of this route, though, we're going to continue on our lovey-dovey path. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
What is happening?
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
You know what it is? Why I don't trust her anymore? It's because her eyes are closed.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Ooh, that's a good thought, actually.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Ha ha ha! Got his ass! What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Gosh, she seems so fake now. Oh, what happened to you, my beloved princess? Well, let's rescue her.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
She's not a world-ending monstrosity, at least not yet. She's our precious gem, and we need to save her.
Don't Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Or could we?
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because she was waiting for us. Oh, imagine that.
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
Oh?
I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I'm 100% on board with you, Sir Smitten.
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Nerd.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body and force us to try? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
Oh my gosh, what is happening?
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Let's go! Oh, my darling, you're free.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Those eyes seem unsettling, though.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Oh,
Ugh.
yay!
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Oh, it's so heartwarming. I'm just waiting for her to, like, snap my neck, though.
What do we do now?
Let's go. Be free and live our lives. We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what to do next.
That sounds perfect.
Okay?
The princess takes
Hey!
your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
I couldn't ask for a better ending.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. The way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
But we have love on our side.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Sir Smitten is just the main character, ain't he?
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Got him.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it if we try. Looks at the princess in her eyes. If we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together.
Oh my gosh.
And
The door opens?
lock click.
Let's go!
It's open. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade.
oh, damn, I clicked the thing too fast. The blade, that's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing, take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late. I would never. Take the blade and... No, I'm not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Good.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Interesting. Very interesting. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. The mirror.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
We could.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I'm unsure, but what I do know is we might want to investigate. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. We could do that, or very coolly, we can just approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
But why? You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I'm sorry, my boys, but we had our moment in the sun. Our hearts were uplifted by love, and now we must face the reality and the consequences of our choice. The voices feel small, distant even, as you approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Look at me. What a charming literal devil I am. You are all alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Ooh. Ooh, the princess. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
We have a lot of good options here to choose from, but in the continuation of our star-crossed lover story, let's go with this one. Let her out of there!
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Oh, my beloved princess.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are
I'm home, you say to an empty house. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Damn, you got my ass there. I could attack her or choose the destroy. I could destroy my own body. Oh, my darling, I can't possibly harm you. So I will once again shoulder the burden. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space you body should be, very mood breaking, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
And I'm fine with that. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
If that is what you wish for, I will do my best. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
If you love something, you do have to eventually let it go. Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I will.
You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. What a roller coaster that first trip was. So I think moving forward with the Slay the Princess series, I'm not going to do the one shot like I did in the demo. I'm going to take it story by story, piece by piece. So that is the end of this part. We got the damsel ending, and we got to see what's kind of really going on behind the scenes here. And I am very excited to continue our adventure in this game. Again, I couldn't be happier that this released, and I am overjoyed that I get the opportunity to explore this game with you all. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're staying safe out there. Don't be like Sir Smitten. Don't commit everything to love. As nice as it feels in the moment, you know, like, you got to be realistic. Not that that's the point of all of this. This was really nice. I liked it. It was heartwarming. It was uplifting. It was an emotional roller coaster for sure. But that is the end of this part and of this video. So, hopefully I will see you in the next ones. Take care.